Hola, and welcome everybody to the Bitter Ends, the Wave World sessions. We haven't been here for a while, but we have some beginning of the session stuff that we always need to do.
Nice.
We definitely need to get everybody's HX stuff taken care of. So let us start with. Let's start with Starlight Fingertoes. Who has the highest HX with Starlight?
I've got 3.
Ooh, it's not me.
Scott and I have 3.
All right. So, do you have a higher HX with EOT or Castiel Starlight?
Um, Castiel.
Okay, so Castiel, pick a highlighted stat. What stat do you want to see Starlight Fingertoes highlight tonight?
Let's go with weird. That just sounds like
Yes.
Oh wait, I did make that character.
You got the Battle Babe?
Yeah, I remember we made her like 3 weeks ago.
I do. I remember you guys talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Remember her name is Jesus.
Okay. All right. There we go. For me, I think I am going to pick. I'm gonna pick. Hmm, I'm gonna pick hot.
Okay.
We're that way. EOT. Who has the highest HX with EOT?
I have 3, and it's taken me
Oh.
a super long time to get there.
Yeah.
And Castiel also has 3. So
yeah,
EOT.
but I'm gonna let Miller do it.
Okay.
Okay. I think you should be cool, little kid.
I'm gonna say sharp.
Cool, sharp child thing walks into a room.
Oh wow, I was
All
muted. My bad. Yeah, the cool and weird were my ones last time, so I was like, if he says weird, I'm gonna be like reroll.
right.
So cool, staying cool, go into sharp.
Castiel. Who has the highest HX with Castiel?
0.
I have a 1.
Castiel, I have a 2.
So that gives it to you, Chris.
Castiel, I want you to be able to be hot today if you need to.
I am gonna say sharp. Castiel's doing the. He's got the. He's got to kind of look out for everybody. So And who
Daddy,
has
daddy
the
cat.
highest? Who has the highest HX with Lumi Pop Stardust?
I have a 2.
0.
All right. Well, Starlight, what stat do you want to see Lumi Pop Stardust highlight tonight?
Man, he's already so cool. I think I want to see him go hard.
That's true.
I am gonna go with. I'm gonna say hot. See if you're able. See if you can manipulate people. Spread some of that charm around. And so Jesus is going to be entering the group, and Jesus is a battle babe, and there are some HX questions that we need from
Ooh.
Jesus
I apologize for not having that open.
to determine HX for Jesus. So, battle babe.
I added all of those supplements for Starfinder, so I have to look for this now.
Ah, yes. I've
Well,
had to put everything in folders. Well, most everything in folders. There's still some stuff I need to put in folders.
crap, that's not the right book.
And how do you spell Jesus?
I spelled it.
I believe it was JE space and then Zeus, like the god of fucking the Olympian gods. The king of the Olympian gods.
Okay.
So,
The hell? Hang on, my stuff just froze.
Roro.
Battlefield 20s. Angel Kit.
That's hilarious.
Oh, it's off. Weird.
I just want to note, I love our map so much.
Thank you.
It's just, I love the fact that it's just like you guys just drew it. Like I never
Yes.
put anything. I
Oh.
never put anything down. You're just gonna like,
It's
is this where this is? Sure.
it's all
Is
been
love
me.
it.
I've been
that
just drawing it.
Sure.
It's Eot's drawing. It's his map.
Oh my god, I love that. Oh,
It's
my
crudely
sweet
drawn
baby.
on the inside of
Why
the
am I
lid of
not
his
finding my questions?
his
Can I
bench.
just adopt Eot? Like, really?
You're a battle babe?
Yeah, it's gonna be in.
Your HX
it's
is
gonna
I'm
be
on
the
page 28.
I've got you. On your turn, tell everyone HX plus 1. You put yourself out in public view, so we all just get HX plus 1.
No, actually, the under HX for Battle Babe,
I'm on that page. Page
Yeah.
29.
it's you're gonna want to go flip to the second page of the Battle Babe description where it's like creating under the section for creating a Battle Babe. Go look to you'll find the section marked HX.
Right.
Okay, so it says everyone introduces their characters by name.
Yep.
Look and outlook, take your turn, list those characters' names, go around again for HX. On your turn, ask the other players which characters they. Oh, okay.
Oh, that's weird.
So,
The PDF I'm
Starlight,
looking at.
who can you trust?
No, it's if you can
Oh.
trust them.
Oh, this is Battle
Oh.
Babe is completely different. What the hell?
All right, mine says.
Whoa.
You might be in the first edition book.
I'm in the one that is on the lexicon. Okay.
It's not like I can't walk into the other room.
Huh.
I love it.
That is well. That explains why Brainer suddenly had more stuff I've never seen before. Interesante, senor.
For the characters you can trust.
I was reading the same thing as you, Yacht, so
Which-
Okay.
I'm on the same page.
Okay, I see where I screwed up. You're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
The jester was right, y'all. I was just saying it wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brief moment of double
Wait, are we running 2E or 1E?
2E.
Oh. Oh shit.
That's how I can be the show in the first place.
That's how you're a child thing in the first place.
Wait, what?
because those are the extended playbook is with Tui.
Oh Jesus. Okay.
Yeah, you may want to look while we're playing and see if there's anything you missed.
I
Yeah.
think
No.
the core classes will have changed, but
Yes, they
your
have.
class you should be set up
Right.
fine
I
for
should be good.
characters that are- But the core classes,
So,
some of them changed a little.
Oh, I can
Castiel,
completely
can I trust you?
always.
Okay.
To make people better.
Finger Toes, can I trust you?
Are my options yes and no, or are my options yes, no, and maybe?
Yes and no.
Oh, well then, yeah, sure. Yes?
Okay. Do I get to refute something?
Yeah, you have to ask me if I'm a wolf.
Yes. So I was like, when you say,
Yep.
can you trust me? I have to ask, pretty much, are you a
Wow.
wolf?
No?
Then you can trust me.
Okay. Finger.
Oh my God, I just saw your beard. I love it. I've never noticed
Oh,
that part.
this is
Yes.
because it's easier to wear a mask at work with.
Oh.
Otherwise, it's massive, sir.
Oh my God, that's so cool.
Yeah. Hey,
Uh,
well, let me pop it that Chris, as a person, has a very impressive beard.
and I still only consider it like a 4. Yes, that was
Oh,
yeah.
very critical of your amazing beard.
I have,
It's lack of the mustache that actually is what makes it weak. And this
I've,
spot right here, this is where the mask is rub stuff. So I'm having some.
I
I,
feel it.
I
But
have literally had friends where I'm going someplace where Chris is gonna be there. They're like, "How are you gonna know where your friend shows up? He'll be the guy with the biggest beard in the room."
mm. And at this
Um,
point, it is normally like, yeah, but I still lose from time to time. I have a neighbor that lives like a block away from me, and his beard is Santa Claus epic. His ponytail is longer, and it's just jet white.
And
Jealous.
occasionally at the Bluegrass Festival.
Well, yeah, but those guys have been working on that shit for 20 years. So,
Right.
anyway, I apologize. Who did I forget? Starlight, Castiel, Eot. Oh, Lemmy, can I trust you?
Say no. Say no.
Ah, Lemmy.
No.
Cool.
okay, now I'm on the right PDF for you guys. Cool, cool, cool. Because
There we
I
go.
was looking at another character too. I don't, I just might.
Yeah. It's like,
Because I'm about to level up, so that means I can play someone who
you are.
talks.
I leveled up last session and
Oh,
I took another savvy head move. No.
Lemmy,
No,
you
I
are
didn't.
muted.
Oh, my tea. I forgot I was steeping tea.
And he was trying to talk over there, and I'm like, nobody's hearing you.
I'm sorry.
uh, right on. Um,
There's everybody.
there we are.
Yay.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
The one
Cheers.
negative of using my phone for Discord is occasionally it just drops me.
I have a question.
Yes.
Yes.
I took another savvy head move last episode, and I took spooky intense. So when I do something under fire, stand, overwatch, or beta trap, I roll weird instead of roll cool. Do I, if
Nice.
my cool is highlighted? Thank you. If my cool is highlighted, do I still get the experience for that because that's what I would have used?
I'm gonna rule it this way. I'm gonna be a little middle of the road here, and I'm gonna say that for intents and purposes, you can choose to use your weird if you want to, but if you want the experience point, you actually have to use cool.
That's what
Okay.
mine does. Because I can almost roll every skill I have as weird now. But if I
Mhm.
want experience, I need to roll the skill as the skill.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So That's because I ran into that with the last Apocalypse World because there were several characters that did the same thing. They transferred most of their roles to being their good role. And then whenever I'd pick a stat to highlight or somebody would pick a stat to highlight that they don't use, they'd be like, well, no, I'm screwed. And it was like,
Yeah.
well, what stats can we pick? I mean, if you only have one stat that you actually use beyond your primary, two people can't highlight a stat
Right.
Hmm.
without one of them having to always be the one you're going to roll on every time.
Hmm. Gotcha.
Yeah. So I think the way that probably is a lot more fair than saying nobody gets experience points for it, or you get experience points for just you know constantly using the same thing.
Right.
Um, all right. So with the way this is, we're going to start off. You guys were on the island. You were on when I went. You were on Skippin' Island. Um, and there's kind of like you were doing some work around there for a minute, but you kind of completed your gigs, and um, somehow uh, Greasy managed to find people who were even scummier than him and entertaining in that morbidly, how dumb could they possibly be way. Um, but you guys are kind of hanging out. You had found out that apparently, or at least Greasy had found out that his nemesis was headed towards Tosser Island, and so was the guy who stabbed him. um, you do know from Governor Pierce Axon, who is sort of like taking over management of Skipping Island, that someone named Sarah has taken over Tosser Island, and they kind of apparently don't feel they probably don't. You're guessing they don't see eye to eye, but that's kind of where we left off. We have the features on Skipping Island includes the Pine Seed, the bar with the bartender Spanky.
Spank.
The head of what looks like they're sort of like warriors, Scar Pucker, Governor Pierce Axe son. Um, you're not sure where the Grantfeld is right now or the mutant squid.
We don't have someone that can ask. Ah, he's not here.
Oh,
I'm not
that's
worried about
right.
either of those.
I am. I'm always worried about that squid because that's my next dinner.
Because
That's not the same as being worried, I think, but okay.
the but you guys are kind of on Skipping Island, and we're kind of doing the you just got Todd back,
Hey,
and
Todd.
yeah, no, if only he were more like Todd from BoJack Horseman.
Oh,
But
yeah.
that would actually be a lot of fun.
Right.
But he's not. He's been established as being a different kind of Todd. Um, but you guys kind of your next move. I think we kind of come in on like the on Lemmy Pop's ship. And I don't know who all is there or what all you guys are doing. Um, but that's kind of where we start from.
Oh yeah.
I forgot Todd got caught up with a seaweed cult.
Oh gosh.
Oh, man.
There,
Just
finally.
writing notes.
I'm gonna do something.
Battle babes.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of modern technology up in this bitch right now.
Oh shit. We actually probably need to pick stats for highlighted stats for Jesus.
Okay, so ready? At the end, choose one of the characters with the highest HX on my sheet. Ask that character which of my stats is the most interesting, and then highlight it, and then you get to do yours still. So you all have one. So I'm going to say, Eot, what do you find most interesting about me?
Okay. How do you spell your name?
Oh,
He made a couple of rolls. It should be there.
Wait, what?
He made a couple of
Oh.
rolls.
Oh, I
Character.
love it. I fucking love it. Sorry, I wanted to add you onto my HX before I forgot.
Yep, there you
Okay.
go.
Okay. Am I able to get like a little bit of a description? Like not, what kind of person is Jesus overall?
uh, so
Forward,
she's
blunt,
shiny.
shiny. Ooh, she's shiny. I
Yeah,
like
she
that.
is definitely shiny.
That's my
Like,
favorite.
Like
there's more
greasy
chrome
shiny?
on her than you've seen in a single place in a long, long time.
That's Eot's favorite thing. Come on, man.
Mhm. Right, that's why I'm saying it that way specifically to you. She's got a lot of armor, and she has, you'd almost say, a space gun. It's not, but
She is a
it
walking
definitely
snack
looks.
and not in that kind of way.
Oh
Well,
shit.
no, you're like a child thing. You're fine.
Yeah, shiny armor.
Ashira's not here. Everything's okay. Uh, and she has this like spoon sticking out of the top of her shirt.
What?
It's a spoon.
Oh.
I'm not saying it's that spoon. I don't have that right. It's not my game. But
I love
there's
it.
definitely a spoon.
That is probably the
All right.
shiniest thing to him. Yep.
All right. Well, salt water. It's tarnished.
Perfect.
But her armor is still.
Rust and tarnish is like
Oh,
seasoning
yeah.
on the metal.
Right. That's the ranch dressing.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. So, anyway, and that's who you see up on the dock.
Yep, that's my favorite thing. So
Right.
does that
Imagine something between Tank Girl and
will that change my HX of
Angelina
view?
Jolie and Hackers, somewhere in between that.
Essentially, battle babes are the people that walk into the room
And
and
turn
they
heads.
just have that it factor that's like that draws everybody's attention. They're the person that's like the
It's
mystery that walks in the
Damn.
room.
Who was that?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
could kick my
Yeah,
ass.
they're
Holy
Leos.
fuck. They're Leos.
Do you
Yes.
see?
Yes.
That's what she did.
I love it.
So
I love it.
So she is super cool.
The
To
sun
start.
is hitting that metal just right. She's a star in the middle of the day.
Mm. Oh, and she's the first person you've met in a while that's not a wolf.
That too. I just dealt with a pack of wolves. Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah. They made you like the wolf that plays the guitar that you don't like.
the
All right. So, Finger Toes, are you on the ship?
Yep, I took Todd back to the ship and I'm like
so
making sure he's okay.
You
Because
said
I need him
something
to
about
survive.
being on a spaceship and weird little dudes that are furry with 6 arms. He is so drunk.
uh,
He is super fucked up. And I'm just like, Todd, it's just all the seawater. Why did you drink so much seawater?
Damn it, Todd. I'm supposed to be pissed at you.
Yeah, like
You're just
now
like,
I just feel bad.
and it's just like that's what they served at the meeting.
Yeah, did you know if you drink too much of that, you'll just die? It's not meant for people. This whole planet wants
Ooh.
to fucking kill us. And you're drinking the fucking Kool-Aid, Todd!
Castiel, maybe
Before
you
we
should
get
help with Todd.
Hold on. Jesta?
before
Oh,
we
go ahead.
get too far off mark here, though, did we pick the highlighted stats for Jesus? Were you settling yacht? Were
Yeah,
you settling on?
Was that what I was
did
supposed to
you
do? That's what I
decide?
was. Oh, no,
Yeah,
I was
that's what you're.
Do I do both or just one?
No,
Just
you get to pick
I
one.
did.
I get to choose who picks for me, and then Jester gets to pick the other one.
All right.
The Ocean Jester. I'm sorry. I just saw your new title.
I'll be nice and I'll give you
It's
cool
been that way.
because clearly that's your thing.
That is my thing.
So Jesta can give you something completely
Then
random.
I'm just gonna give you weird.
Which is, of course, funny because that's her lowest stat.
That's right. You guys have been marking my
Terrible.
lowest stat every single session.
Balance. All
Right.
right. So yeah, you're kind of dealing with Todd, and so who all else is there in this scene, and what are you guys doing?
I mean, yeah, it's somewhere on the boat, I would assume, because he stomped off after getting a trash can handed to him, threw it back
Oh yeah.
at Greasy, and everyone just kind of
Mhm.
left,
So you're probably in your box.
probably in the box, pouting.
Mm.
So we have to make Todd feel better. And that's what Castillo's going to do. Is going to be like, all right, man, calm down. Here's some coffee. Look out.
No,
Stop drinking the water.
it's seawater. You're like, all right, calm down, open your mouth, and then you jab your finger down his throat so he can throw up.
Yeah.
Out with the bad, out with the bad.
Oh,
Uh,
Todd, it's on my
Uh,
toes. That's the second time I've had someone throw up on my toes. Like, I
yeah.
get it. You
it's
need to feel
mostly
better.
seawater.
Yeah, but it's still gross because it's like
Oh, I
slimy
know.
seawater at this point.
Right.
Like,
It's
It's
seawater
all
that's
right.
been in somebody's body.
ugh.
Todd can clean that shit up later.
He will when he feels better. I'm not gonna sit with it on
Or
my
wait,
feet and wait for him. That's gross.
is Greasy's boyfriend on the ship? Or is he like trying to figure out where Greasy went with those stupid guys?
Greasy has two followers. He's got his security, and he's got Hot Pot, his security, and then he's got Gloomy, who's sort
Yeah,
of
Gloomy was actually who I was talking about because
Yeah.
Gloomy is the one that's been cleaning from time to time.
They're both probably trying to make sure that Greasy doesn't get stabbed again.
Right? They should make sure he doesn't drink for the
Follow
rest
the
of the day
laws.
either.
He still has to follow the rules of not drinking for a couple more days.
Well, this is going to be the best way for him not to drink. So,
Um,
Come here.
because he's not here to be tempted. That's fine. I just wanted to see if they were here or not. So yeah, we'll get that cleaned up. Jay and ooh, I'll have her surf in. She's
just
got like
surfing,
a surfboard with a trolling motor, just a little
right? Not
and
enough to actually
that's how
get
she comes
anywhere.
in.
Yeah.
Right, but like if the tide is coming out when she's trying to get to an island, she's got that shit. She's not having to worry about it. It's just strong enough to fucking push. All right. So anyway, and yeah, so super fucking cute chick shows up. She's super cool and she's super duper shiny, glistening like a star for Eot. And she's not a wolf. And there she is. And Lemmy goes, Jay, is that you?
Is Starlight near you?
Yeah. Yeah, you see a
Starlight's
twinkling, sparkling woman surf up. She's on like an old school longboard. Like you're like, is that a table? Nope, it's a surfboard. Is it a table surfboard? But
Absolutely.
it works. And yeah, I'm like, I haven't seen you in 5 years. How have you been? I've been okay. What are you doing? Jester, you be Jay for this.
Oh no, this is great.
I
I love
was
it.
gonna
No.
say, I'm entertained here. I'm like, okay.
James has to do
This is
this
All right.
all the
wonderful.
fucking time. So
Well,
Mhm.
why are you in town? Well, the tide blew me here, so this is where I am. Are you still playing? Yeah. Yeah, this little dude here fucking has almost a whole new album for me. He keeps coming up with great ideas.
what?
Well, you have named like every song on the album.
Out of character.
Well, no, you're the
The
inspiration for
inspiration
those,
for yours. Okay.
right? Like you didn't go, "Hey, you should make a song about whales."
Yeah.
But yeah, hang on. And so I've been hanging out with these guys. This is Finger Toes. It's not Puke Toes, even though that's what it smells like right now.
He's probably like sitting at the edge of your boat, like rinsing her feet. Like,
right.
sup?
Rinsing my finger off too.
I feel like hearing the commotion. Yacht's just standing at the entryway to the lower deck and
Right,
just
and-
drooling. Literally
Yes.
drooling.
She is sparkly. Haha, back to Secret of Nil.
Charlotte's gonna look over at Eot and be like, no, don't do it.
Oh, there it is.
Don't do
Yeah,
it.
Wolf on a Leash. We got some good stuff. Child in a Box. Thanks for the bullets. Chunder Toes and Ocean Woes. Calamari Capsize and Harpoon Jack's Third Leg is a Peg. Those are the songs on the album so far.
Not Whales,
So,
Tails,
yeah.
and Ocean Sails? I don't know why I
Okay.
have a thing for 3 names in the title. They just always fit.
Well, what's your favorite band's name?
I don't really have one.
Bare Naked
Aha,
Ladies,
see.
3 Days Grace, Stone Temple Pilots, Green Day's Today. That's 2 words.
I
Damn
mean,
it.
currently it's just whatever songs sound good, so it's not really based off. But I guess I don't have any issues with Simul, SYML. I don't know how to actually say the name, so.
Okay. Write that down for me so I can look that up
Like
later. I'm old. I have no
Simlay
clue
or
what you're
some
talking
shit.
about.
Okay.
Oh, System of a Down. That's 3 words, but that was the only one I could think of.
System of a
Nine
Down
Nails?
is 4 words.
A is not a word. It's a
Oh.
letter.
Ava
also a
was
word.
what I was doing, but you're right. It is 4. Hush.
Sorry.
Thank you, Finger Toes. Fix the shit
You're
now. I'm just
welcome.
kidding. You do what you want.
Fix the
Anyway.
shit.
I'll go. Whatever.
I could use another roadie. We're about to put on this other show. I have one of the like 3 DJs in the apocalypse that's been blasting our stuff. It's kind of fun. Oh, and the octopus squid thing has been following us again, or following me again. It doesn't like when I open up the weird. Well, that's fun. I'm gonna go get a beer, unless you're paying. Oh, that reminds me, Castiel, I rolled. It's only 1 this week.
Yeah, those of you who do have to spend on, being able to survive need to spend on being able to survive. Your upkeep of 1.
That's gonna suck when I have to start doing that. Like if I like level up and pick a new character to bring in, or second character, I'm gonna actually have to worry about that shit.
I mean, you just gotta do a little work, that's all.
But the character I'm looking at starts with like 8 barter, so I'm not too worried right away.
Nice. For now.
Okay, so we were trying to find another show to do. We need to go fucking to a different place and play another gig.
Wasn't
Yeah,
that gonna be
Castiel,
like
what are you
our-
down to for barter? He's looking.
weren't we like gonna use that as an excuse to go to Tosser Island? To do
Oh,
that
that's
job?
right, Tosser Island.
Cat.
Good call.
What are we gonna do in Tosser Island?
Well,
Shit.
it was a place where you could buy stuff. You could go shopping there.
No,
And
the leader here wanted us to do something over there. I just can't recall right now. Holy shit.
He didn't
it's
want.
been a
He
while.
didn't, actually. He didn't have anything that he wanted you to do over there.
What?
He wanted you to. He wanted you to fix the radio tower because he was trying to figure out what she was doing over
Oh,
there.
right. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and that's
Like-
what Finger Toes did like 2 sessions ago when we played.
Yeah.
Greasy.
Yeah.
I think Greasy mentioned something about wanting to head that way because his
Oh.
nemesis is over there. And
Oh
the
yeah,
guy,
that's true.
as well as the guy who stabbed him.
Oh, right, yeah.
Well, and technically, I guess we could go back to your platform if we need to go there.
You
we
could
go
to
raid Eot's den.
Yep. You could go back to. Yep.
Uh.
Go back to the
Wait, no, we don't want to go there.
crust.
Starlight's rig.
Although there's really not much there for you to do,
Yeah.
but you could go back there.
And where are we now?
I
We're on
will.
skipping.
You're unskipping.
I had this
Well-
idea, Lemmy.
Go ahead.
I had this idea for this new amp that you could use that magnifies everything, tenfold to what you're doing right now. But most of the shit's back in my rig, so I'd have to go there and work on it.
Oh, come here.
I
It's just a
completely deadpan for this. I look you straight in the eye, and
You're not supposed to be
see, I
doing
want to make sure.
No.
Yeah. Did I do good? I did.
for me.
13.
Yeah, sweetie, you've watched me play and summon the squid from the weird. Do you really think it needs to be that much louder? I literally
I
crack
just
the
thought
sky
that if
open
you-
on a regular basis. And I appreciate the thought, but imagine the possibilities of destruction. Sometimes my
was-
music creates beauty, other times it creates chaos and death.
That was kind of the point, to have like an ex machina situation. Yeah.
Well, I already told him one. Otherwise, I'd have like 3 extra barter for you to work with.
Hmm.
Whatever you build is not going to be able to amplify the effects. You're just going to be able to
I
create
know,
more
it's
volume.
just making it louder.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
ooh, can you just make it to where I can turn it up to 11? Because if you can do that, I'm completely good.
Yeah.
11 is the best.
I
Thank
just
you,
need
Cleveland.
a little bit of paint. We'll just paint an 11 on there, and I'll do it super detailed. Do you want to do that?
We can do that too, but there's a movie that was
I know.
referenced. Okay,
know.
I didn't know if you'd seen it. It's so
I
beautiful
did.
though.
It is.
Oh, and they also do it in Scott Pilgrim. Different
They
story.
do.
So anyway,
yeah.
I'm down with an upgrade, I guess, but I was just, more thinking along the lines of it's already pretty crazy if I decide to play and open my brain to the weird.
True.
Right? I can play regular music, but
that's no fun.
Right. Ooh, wait, I know what we can do. We could try to go hunting for psychic walruses because their
My
pelts
God.
are worth lots of money.
I love that
They
you're so
are.
onto that.
Yeah. They're worth 1 trade value. Oh, but they have super thick skin, so they're really hard to kill. So maybe we shouldn't. Oh, and they can melt our brains.
Let's avoid that.
Not a good idea. You're right, Jay. You're right. That is a horrible idea.
We could just go to Tosser Island to pull off a gig.
Right? Ooh, or if we come across the Grantfeld along the way, we could play for them, and if I do well enough, they'd throw us treasure instead of try to blow us out of the water.
Or you might sink them.
Right.
That's true. But I'm down for going to Tosser Island. We can come back for Greasy and his pals.
Well, no, he could just be on the ship and maybe he gets more sick because he's going through alcohol withdrawal.
Hey, he'll be down in the brig.
The brig.
Cage.
Next, on top of the box.
On top. Oh, no.
No,
Stop.
Neon's
Get in the
gotta get out.
I don't want his piss dripping down into there.
Nice. That's very apocalypse. Oh, and yeah, stage 4 liver failure. That too. But Jay, are you down to go to Tosser Island? Sounds cool to me. All right. So I guess we're going to put everybody on board that's here, and we'll come back for Greasy later, unless you want to put him in the hole, like you said.
Easier to keep an eye on him if he's on the boat.
So long as we don't get into anything too crazy, we'll be back in time to pick up Greasy next time.
Greasy needs a babysitter. Greasy's gonna drink.
That's what he's got the boys for. Well, no, his security and his homie.
Well, we'll keep him on the boat. He'll be his
It'll be easier
yeah.
to keep him on the boat to get a better eye on him, so that
Yeah.
we can
So
heal better.
let's go wrangle him and throw him on the ship. Let's go Shanghai Greasy from wherever he's at with those off kilter not jackass guys.
Oh my god.
So they're probably
These
at the
little-
bar.
Yeah, actually they're down. They're down on the beach. Like they.
Oh God, they're throwing coconuts at each other's junk.
Yeah,
my God.
they disrupted like the
That's why Greasy's passed out. He got hit in the head.
they disrupted the seaweed cults meeting.
Oof.
Oh
Now they're just like like doing stupid shit around the beach. Like
All
one
right,
of
you hang out here on the beach. I'm gonna go pick him up, and carry him to the boat since he's passed out. Forget y'all. Put him.
all right.
And I will front on the. Oh nope. I try to front on the douchebags. That does not go well for me. Luckily, Jazul is there. Let's see if she can control this. Hey guys, I know he's an asshole, but right now, if you fuck with him, I'm gonna fuck you up.
So
I suppose I can
you
roll sharp.
are doing this is essentially.
Or did you want me to do hard instead?
No. Let's see. You're going aggro on somebody, and if you're going aggro on somebody, you can try to seduce and manipulate, and that would be hot, I think.
Okay, so hard or hot? I will go hot then, because I'm better at it.
Okay.
Oh,
Did I
Partial.
fail?
10 plus both. What is 7 and 9? Choose one. Uh,
Oh,
let's see. When you try to do even give them a reason and roll plus hot for NPCs on a 10 plus. They'll go along with you until someday. On a 7 and 9, they'll go along with you, but they need some concrete assurance, corroboration, or evidence first. First of all, what are you trying to get them to do? And
not fuck with us for
second of
taking
all,
Greasy.
and
Hey, why you trying to take
Yeah.
Greasy, man? That's a boy. He's partying with us. Sorry.
what is the reason that you're giving them here?
So he can get better. He needs to be on the boat so that we can monitor him, so he can get better from the stab wound.
Dude, alcohol makes you better. Dude, just give him alcohol, man. It's a Bible beat.
No, it does not. Trust my medical profession.
It fixes
knowledge
everything, dude.
That alcohol makes it worse.
Nah,
Trust
shit. I've been drinking for like 3 days and I feel amazing.
On the 7 and 9, they'll go along with you, but they need some concrete assurance, corroboration, or evidence first.
He's a doctor. I've seen his degree.
Oh,
probably gonna die if he stays here with you guys. I'm not here. I'm not there.
If you're telling them that, like, dude, this guy's an angel, then that's probably good enough.
Good, because I did roll super low. But I did roll a crit right before that, so I'm okay with it. But
All right. Yeah. So I think
we
that
get
the one was just like, he's like, whoa, he's like a real angel, and like kind of like pokes at you, Castiel, like.
Yes, I'm a descendant from heaven.
I'm just
I'm a descendant of angels, and I'm here to make him feel better. So let us take him.
He's like,
you're the lead singer from Train?
he's like, they're like, man, like, dude, we probably should let him, like, we should probably let him do it, take him, just in case that, I mean, if he's an angel, then he probably knows what he's talking about. Yeah, somebody told me he was down at the infirmary at the hospital for a while. Yeah, that sounds legit. And they just kind of walk away. Basically, they're like, "Yeah, he's a doctor. He's an angel. Yeah, somebody said they saw him down at the hospital. Oh, good enough for us." They're not intelligent. Um, yeah, you were able to drag Greasy to the boat and put him in the hold.
When you guys get back to the boat, I have taken your amp apart because I decided that painting numbers on it wasn't good enough. And I am
Okay,
sitting on the
before you do
floor.
that, that's the
Yeah.
whole guitar, because
Oh,
the
is it?
guitar has a built-in amp.
Oh, I'll have it fixed by the time you need it. It'll be fine. So yeah,
That's
I'm just
fine.
it's all apart. And I'm working on a couple of pieces with my hands, like a circuit board or something with my hands. And then I'm also working on a couple of pieces with my feet.
I'm just super glad that it didn't stab you, because it's got that thing like Blade's sword did.
Mm.
Mhm.
No, I'm smart enough. I was able to like reroute it.
You were like,
so
"Oh,
it-
that's moving. I should turn that off."
right, like cut the power. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of
Uh,
in pieces, but I'll have it fixed in a little while. It'll be fine.
it's all right. I'm just thinking that it'll be weird when we have to use like fish guts for strings when I can't find strings anymore.
We could use coconut fibers.
Okay.
No, maybe. I don't know.
We'll talk about that later. But
Yeah.
I almost freak out, and then I remember you are the best, so I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I just kind of like
And,
wave you
and I'm
away like
like,
it's fine, you're fine. It's fine.
we're like, this is Jay. She's gonna come with us, and Greasy is passed out from taking too many pills, but he's still breathing.
I thought he was passed out because he got hit in the head with a coconut.
Oh yeah, you're right. I guess it was a
He's got
coconut,
a thump on his
but
head.
he was taking pills, so combination. He might have a concussion. I don't know.
Open his eyes and look at it. No, he doesn't.
Okay. And yeah, so
He
we
just
put him down there by the box with the boys so they can take care of him. But the dumbass guys, if they try to come on the ship, I will literally shoot them in the face. Just so you know.
Well, they walked off.
Good, good. They
Um,
can find him later. And we head to Tosser Island.
all right.
Well, we attempted. I
Who
start the ship.
is? Yeah. Okay. So you're gonna do the shit. You're gonna be at the controls then.
Well, I went downstairs into the bottom to start the engine, and Castiel has been doing such a good job at steering, I figured he would.
All right.
And that allows me to go to the crow's nest and play music like a rock star.
You can't play music right now. I have
You
your guitar.
can't.
I take a drum.
The
I take 2 sticks and use the crow's nest as a drum. There you go.
there you go. So Castiel, let me get a sharp roll because you're navigating here.
Go Castiel. Papa Cass, you got this. Oh shit.
Nice.
Very
Go
nice.
Papa Cass.
So as far as you're concerned, it's not it. You figured out just about how far to stay away from the island so you don't get caught up on reefs or sandbars or whatever, shallows and what have you, but still be able to follow like the line of the islands and kind of make your way around. It's gonna take you. It's gonna take you a while to get over to Tosser Island. Um, there is a point where um, the it does get kind of like weather kind of goes bad on you about halfway there. And I think I'm going to need a few checks here. So, first of all, give me a sharp roll here because this is.
I'm in the crow's nest. Yeah,
Yep, because you're in the crow's nest. I wanna.
that was the other reason I was up here.
Yep.
No.
Cool, because this is still technically the United States. If you had like a map, like a road map of the United States, and that's what you were following, but just because there's mountains and shit where the water is and whatnot, so like you don't hit any large metro areas or skyscrapers and shit. Oh my god, are there
Well,
skyscrapers coming out of the water?
That's where my place
remember,
was.
there are some
Yeah.
places where the skyscrapers are still coming out of the water because when
like
in
Yachts
doubt,
Den. Yep.
people started to build higher on the ground. So when the mountains
Yeah.
were all that was left for a while, they got some
There's
pretty
a
tall
reason.
buildings.
There's a reason why Yachts Den and your rig are above water.
Yes.
Well,
Right?
and
Because, yeah,
Yachts
technically
Den,
your rig is on a pretty high mountain.
and
Yes.
Yachts Den isn't even all the way out of. It's like it's exactly what you're talking about, like skyscrapers sticking out of the top of the water. Like there, parts of it are flooded. There's like maybe only the top 2 floors or
Yeah.
that have any place to actually be. And EOT's the only one who knows how to get in and out of the actual buildings.
And it's
You guys,
yeah, like I think that whole area is like a metro area, so there's a bunch of buildings, and then there's the yacht hotel.
It's like
right?
Albuquerque or something. It used to be
Uh,
Albuquerque because Albuquerque is super high. So it would
I
make
love it.
sense if like you've got stuff like skyscrapers coming. Oh, that's so clever. Okay, sorry.
all right.
Right,
Yeah.
we were doing rolls.
Let's see. Let me. You see the storm rolling in, but it's by the time by the time you realize about how serious it's actually going to get, it's pretty much on top of you guys.
Oh, I'm scampering to get all my stuff in my little cubby. The stuff I had on display around my partner,
Like,
throwing it into the cubby.
Lemmy, you're still the one that's going to be able to warn everybody, hey, clouds, they're coming this way and it looks bad. But, you're still the first to notice because you're in the crow's nest and watching that shit.
I'm gonna take all of Lemmy's shit and just basically like slide it under, I don't know, some shelter that's on the boat because I was on the dock when I was messing with it. So I'll just kind of like slide it.
I guess it depends if he tells us. He could be like, no. This
Oh,
is
if he doesn't
mine."
tell us, I'm just gonna leave it out for it to get rained on.
Definitely put it up. Don't let Yacht
Okay.
eat it.
Oh, it'll
Oh,
be
Yacht's
fine.
more
Oh my
concerned
god.
about his shinies.
Does Yacht know that I've got this whole thing apart right now?
Oh, he's been hanging out below
Technically,
deck.
I don't know why he wouldn't. He's wandering the ship.
That's true.
It's not like we put him in the box. He goes into the
Right.
box of his own accord.
You probably had to like throw a couple things at him to keep him away. He was like,
Yeah, like
"Ooh."
Right.
you can eat this, but you can't eat this.
Or like he
Go
starts
play.
approaching it, and then
Like,
Jay
no.
Zeus walks by, and he just like head snaps to the shiny, and he's just like, "Ah."
Yeah, no.
You're gonna eat that woman.
Yeah, she's
Just
all
the
like,
armor.
no.
Yeah. So it being that it is roiling in, you're telling everybody, Lemmy, like,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Deplane. Oh, wait, no.
Calm
Norm.
down, Tito.
Yeah. I actually, I'll look at Eot if he's on deck and be like, you should go to your box. It's about to get bad.
Just
The
squints at
thunder
you.
is coming. And with the thunder comes the other wolves.
He doesn't trust a wolf to tell him the truth. But he will. That's when he starts scampering to put everything into his bin. All his nice little oddities that were up on the shelves that he had knocked Castiel's stuff off for. You know.
Right? But I rolled my hot to manipulate you because I don't want you on deck during the storm. So,
So
yeah. You might
I
believe me.
I am with as high as that is, if you decide to do to not take his advice, then you'd be doing so under fire, which
If he does not take my advice, I'll have Mama. Or oh, I almost said Mama Cass. Wow, Mama Finger Toes
Whoa.
to have
Handle
him
it?
go
Do
under.
I lose
Yeah.
my highlighted stat, or do I roll cool to try to resist and then go with it if I fail the cool?
yeah,
Okay.
I believe that's
'Cause
how it
yeah, he's
works.
gonna.
But if
I
you're
hope you
already
fail.
gathering your shit and going below decks, then that's
Well,
what he was telling you to do anyway. So
oh, he
it's
doesn't plan on staying below decks. This is an
oh,
ominous storm of the Kraken could rise again.
Well, if the Kraken comes, I'd tell you.
He doesn't know. I'm gonna resist. I'm gonna do a terrible job.
Resist.
So
Ha
he goes down.
ooh, yeah,
The wolf yelled at him really loud, and thunder clapped at the same time. So he thinks he's summoning more wolves.
Oh no.
Actually,
no.
the best part is I'm still yelling at you from the crow's nest. So the
Yep.
wolf upon high,
So he's
with
throwing things
lightning
into
and
the
thunder
bin
behind him.
and then climbing in and then
Wow.
slamming it shut behind him.
I love how we keep accidentally making this into a Danzig video.
So
Okay,
there's
sorry.
yeah. So I'm going to need some rolls. I'm going to need
I got to roll
yacht,
cool.
the yacht and Starlight. You guys are on deck. And is Jesus on deck too?
Do
Of
we?
course, but she kind
Yeah.
of knows what she's doing.
Well, if I'm
So
going below deck, does that needed?
Well, when you're starting your action
Oh, okay.
on deck, and you're gonna eventually, and you were talking about eventually coming back up.
Well, I failed so bad, he's probably not going to come back up.
I need
like I said,
a.
I'll yell if the squid shows up.
I'm
And
gonna
who
need.
knows? There might be a leak under there. You can put a thumb in.
I'm gonna need a cool roll from anybody who is taking any action right now.
Okay,
Yacht, being
Uh,
that you're
that's fine.
going below decks. Castiel, you're steering the ship in this, so I'm gonna need one. And
That's
Starlight, if you're
2
gonna move
experience.
around or do anything, I'll need a cool
Do
roll from you as well.
do I gain
Okay.
HX with Lemmy for our interaction there, rolling against each other?
You. I thought that was what that cool roll was that you were attempting to like disobey him.
Right, originally, yeah. The second cool roll, because I thought you wanted me to roll again for.
Yeah, the second
Yeah,
cool roll was to try to
yes.
is to try to like not get
Yeah, it's
tossed
it's
around on the
separate.
ship.
But for the first one, do I get an HX with him? Or does he get one with
Yes.
me? Okay, cool.
I
Yeah.
would like to. I'd like to use my spooky intense. When you do something
Okay.
under fire, roll weird instead of cool.
Ooh,
Nice.
Yeah.
very
Nice.
nice.
All right. So what are you doing with that? You're using your spooky intense, and what does this look like?
Okay, so she hears Lemmy like, there's a storm coming, get your shit together. So she finishes up what she's doing because she was almost done anyway. We'd been out for a minute, and she kind of like drums the guitar, looking into the distance, thinking about how she wishes she was sometimes a pop star. Like it's a real like deep thought thing. And then she realizes that maybe she should probably go inside. She's gonna take Lemmy's shit and go inside.
Nice. Castiel, and get your roll there, buddy. All right. So the way it looks is, Eot, you almost half fall down the steps to the bottom because
Mhm.
you're like losing your footing. You manage to not go overboard, but it's lurching so hard that by the time you get to the access to go down, like you lose your footing, but you manage to fall down the stairs instead of off the ship.
Perfect.
Fucking
That thunderclap when he yelled at me was just so much. I was just like, nah, and ran and fell as the
yeah,
boat rocked.
Yeah.
you end up sprawled on the floor of the below decks. Castiel, you are for now keeping keeping the ship from sinking, and I probably need one from Lemmy Pop as well. A cool roll. Oh, you already did. Yeah. So Lemmy, for you, you fall out of the crow's nest, but you manage to grab a
Wait,
hold. But you manage to grab hold of.
the mass?
Yeah, you managed to grab hold of like one of the ropes, some of the rigging,
Yeah.
and
All right. So partial success.
yeah, and control your descent to where you like when you land, you don't A, go overboard, and B, you land on the deck nowhere near as hard as you could have.
Right. No, that's awesome. Then, because I've been through a storm or two, I would like to. Everyone grab a rope and lash yourselves to the ship. That way no one falls overboard.
Starlight's gonna look over at Yat and be like, "Do you want some help?"
Over. He's already in.
Okay.
Yeah. He's a good boy.
He's scampering into his
He
little
may have been
bucket.
scared
or
into it, but
his
still.
bench or whatever we call it.
I mean, I'm holding on to the whatever wheel thing.
What's his
So-
name? Dirt Nap? The bodyguards?
Hot Pot and Gloomy.
Hot Pot. Hot Pot, Gloomy, lash yourselves down, lash him down for God's sakes, and stay underneath.
Oh
Right.
God.
Right?
Is Todd okay? I'm gonna check on Todd. Tie
Oh
Todd
fuck
down.
Todd! I forgot all about Todd.
Fucking
Why
Todd.
do we
I
like
know.
Todd this episode?
Well, you
Oh,
got
because
your
he's sick.
yeah, but you're managing to not get the sink, keep the ship afloat, Castiel, but you're not making any headway, and it's kind of just barely.
Mhm.
And I think as you're kind of like dealing with the storm here, let's get another series of checks and see, starting with Castiel, to see if you can get something going. Ooh, let me pop.
And that's why we lashed ourselves to the ship.
Uh,
On that
No.
same note, let's see if Jay can.
Yep.
Come on, Jay. Grab a hold.
And Jay manages to grab a hold.
Do I just fall out of my compartment?
Yeah,
Oh
you
no.
basically just roll out of your compartment.
I
It's
hit
like
my
a-
head or something really bad.
yeah.
I yell at Castiel and I'm like, into the waves, not sideways.
All right.
My bad.
Do I need to roll cool again?
You're
Yeah.
below deck,
Oh no.
so
Worse.
yeah. Those of you who are below deck don't necessarily need to
Oh,
roll
okay.
the roll to see if you're going. 'Cause you're not going to fall off the ship immediately,
Okay. Never mind then. Good, good.
but you're
I could roll spooky intense and attempt to catch you when you roll out of your box.
Now I like to imagine I just like as I was climbing in, it lurched again and I fell over and landed like right on top of Greasy, freaked out again and just like jumped back in.
Oh no, you're like a scared cat. This is terrible.
poor yacht's just not doing well with the storm today.
No. He was
Uh-huh.
excited at first and now he hates it.
Lemmy Pop goes over the side, and he is in the water. He's attached to the ship, but he's gonna have to make a few rolls to not drown,
Oh,
and try to get
Jesus is
back on
up
the
there
ship.
being cool as fuck. So maybe he can have
And,
Jesus.
and Jesus has actually been able to hold on. Castiel, you're keeping the damn thing afloat, but again, not much headway, not making any headway. It's kind of it's a struggle just to keep the boat afloat. It like when this storm rolled in, it rolled in hard.
We'll be afloat. Eventually, the storm will pass right over us if we just stay going in a circle, right?
Jesus. I gotta
Unless it's
update
a
the map.
hurricane.
Gotta update this map real quick.
Yeah, update the
Can
map.
can I help Castiel? Can I run over to like the what is it, the boathouse and help him?
You can try to help him steer. Yeah.
Would I roll
You'll
cool for that?
if you you're gonna for this round you're gonna need to roll cool to be able to go out to there and not fly overboard.
Can I
Um,
can I use my spooky intense again?
yes, you can.
Ow! I fucking went overboard. No.
Oh no!
Wait, did you put on the rope?
I put on the rope, yeah, but I'm still overboard.
Yeah, you and Lemmy Pop are gonna have to make a few checks to avoid drowning in this storm. You're attached to the
No,
boat
because Jay
still, but
caught me, remember?
I thought Jay was trying to stay on the ship her, herself.
No, okay. So there was miscommunication. I accept it. I'm overboard.
But you're
Yeah.
tied.
It's more dramatic that way.
You're attached.
It was like, but Castiel, you're watching your crewmates go overboard. Jesus is still on deck and has a hold of like probably the railing or something. Um, but Eot's below deck. Most everybody else is below deck at this point. Like Starlight came up from below decks and started heading in your direction, and just about that time is when the ship like tilted really hard, like a big fucking rogue wave coming from the side. And
I told
as you
you
were trying
into
to as you're trying to like right the ship, like all of the like seawater splashing over the deck, the side of the decks and whatnot, just washing, pull Starlight's feet right out from under her, and she goes overboard as the ship tilts.
Use the toes to grab the rope.
Oh, I'm strapped in, but I will definitely use the toes to climb up like a monkey if I can.
But there is I think at this point we can call it pretty much the next round. Let's start with Castiel. Let's see how you're doing with keeping the ship afloat here. Oh shit. Oh shit. So this is where we hit a complication. So maybe this is like just trying to stay afloat. The ship hits like the bottom, like hits like a part of a reef pretty hard, and there is now water coming in the below decks. Yacht, you are aware of this. Castiel, you may not necessarily be immediately aware of the water below deck, but the ship is acting slightly differently. Is starting to act a little differently, and you definitely felt yourself hit something. You're
Yeah,
pretty sure
I think we
something
hit
broke.
something, y'all. My bad. Holy
Um,
crud.
Wait, so is there like a hole below decks?
yes, there is water coming in.
I want to try to push Greasy against it.
Use Greasy to plug the hole.
Yo, man, if it works, it
It
works.
depends on his two friends there. They're a lot
Yeah,
bigger than me.
Yeah, no, Hot Pot's not going to allow that at all. Gloomy is probably looking around for some way to like stop the hole, stop the ship from flooding in,
How
and
big
he
of a hole?
probably it's not terribly big. It's like basically like an outcropping, like busted a hole in it. It's not like you're gonna sink like immediately, but
Like hand size,
it's
maybe?
it's somewhere in that range. It's one of those deals where if you don't do something soon, it's going to be a problem.
I'm
Rather than sinking all at once, this is sinking over a period of time.
I'm trying to
Over
shove
a
the
period.
stuffed platypus bear into the hole.
Okay.
Oh.
He's
Uh,
frantically grabbing anything he can. If they're holding on to Greasy, he's like, ah. He just sees
you know
water
what?
rushing in.
Give me a sharp roll to
A sharp?
see
Oh
if you
yeah.
can find some way to
Ooh,
plug this up.
that's a good idea. I'm okay with this.
All right,
That's a high.
you managed to find enough stuff to stuff in the hole to slow it. It's still like leaking and whatnot, but it's still leaking, but it's not gonna flood near as fast. And I think Gloomy uh, probably calls up to above decks. He's like, "We got a hole down here."
Finger toes.
Your mechanic's overboard, so it'll be a minute.
And speaking of said mechanic and the rock star and Jesus, I need Lemmy Pop and Starlight. I need hard rolls to see how you do in trying not to drown.
Okay, one moment.
Oh, fuck.
Nice. Starlight, you managed to keep your head above water. You're that mode of like survival instinct kicked in.
It's the finger toes. She's got
It's the
four
finger-
four essential hands grabbing onto that rope and pulling.
Well, this isn't even so much about like holding onto the rope because she tied it around herself. This is about like you're in storm tossed waters trying not to get drowned by the.
Smack your head on a reef.
Exactly, that too.
Or a building.
Ooh,
Oh, no.
Wait, it was
you-
hard. Lemmy needs to roll hard.
yeah.
Oh,
it's,
my bad.
You good? I'm trying to give you that chance. Hopefully you're better at
Yep.
hard.
Let's see how this turns out.
Yay!
Lemmy, for now, you are able to keep your head above water.
Hmm.
You see that Starlight has also gone overboard. Like maybe like you crest the surface and kind of like survival instinct, just trying to like keep yourself from going under. Maybe kind of going with it, trying to keep keep it up and whatnot. And then you
Mhm.
look around and you see Finger Toes. Her head breaks the surface, and you realize that at some point while you were still underwater, she must have flown off the ship as well.
Mm.
And the ship, it is listing hard. It is leaning. It is rocking back and forth with the waves. Castiel is not having a good time with this thing. It's clear that he doesn't have a great amount of control over it at the moment.
Mm.
Um,
All
what
right, so now would be time for the cool roll.
for what?
Hmm.
What are you trying
I
to
don't
roll
know.
cool for?
Nah, I take it back. I'm good with what's happening. Because if I drown and then come back, I get another one to weird. So I'm good with that. All right, so yeah, I keep my head above water. I'm gonna try and get out, but not now because I just did something.
All right. What is Jesus going to do on the deck of the ship? Actually, I do need to.
She did do a really good
Actually,
cool roll.
because
Yeah,
she
she
rolled
did
an
roll-
11.
Yeah, she did roll a
Uh,
cool roll, so she's able to stay on deck.
Does she need to roll another cool roll to grab Finger Toes rope and start pulling her back in?
That's going to be a hard roll.
Okay, I'm all right with that too. Let's see if I do that. Come on, baby. Hey.
Finger Toes, you can feel the pull. You see the Jesus on the deck, like she's pretty much got herself like braced as hard as she can, like pulling on your rope. It's a you're not it, not it's not you're making some progress back towards the ship this way, but you can tell she's putting everything she's got into it just to keep you from floating away, from like getting ripped away is and what have you.
Mm-hmm.
um
Can I grab the rope with my hands and my feet and start pulling myself towards the boat as well?
yes, you can attempt to do this, and we'll start this round because we'll go ahead and start this round with Lemmy and Starlight in the water,
Okay.
in the ocean. So it's going to be a hard roll
Okay.
You got this.
I mean,
You've got
because you're
this.
raw strength
You
here.
got this. Again with the two
holy
sixes.
shit. Hell
Starlight,
yeah.
Starlight, you are pulling you're making a little bit better headway between you and Jesus. Next round, you should be able to try to pull yourself up on the deal. Lemmy, it's probably
Okay.
going to take you a little bit longer to get there, but you are definitely making some progress, pulling yourself back towards the ship as well. Starlight has the benefit of Jesus helping on the other side, reducing the action.
And
Um,
finger toes.
and let's see, let's get uh, let's get a roll from Jesus to see if she can continue to help reel Starlight in. Yep, and you are muted.
There we go.
There we are. Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
Damn.
Oh,
Right
nice.
on.
Okay.
All
Hey,
right.
and that's my highlighted stat. Add.
Nice. Um, Castillo and Eot. Eot, what are you doing this round?
That thing's still leaking, so he's gonna try to find something better than a teddy bear to plug it.
All right. Um,
Sharp.
yeah.
I'm using and abusing this. God, another partial though. Come on, yeah.
Well, you can find you're able to find the spare pitch and the spare pitch and like the tools to apply it, but you have no idea how to use them. And,
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
my
just
tools are
he's like
down
holding
there.
it like in his arms like I'm looking at uh, Gloomy and
like
Hot Pot like
they don't know either. They're like, well, we know that's what you use to fix things like this, but at least temporarily. But shit, I don't
actually got it.
know.
What does pitch look like? What is it exactly?
It's like a tar-like substance.
Uh
It's black. It's sticky.
So probably
oh,
like a
like
putty knife
yeah,
Yeah,
no,
it's like
and
a
and
he's a child. He's gonna like just reach his hands in and try to like glob a bunch and just slap it onto the hole and just try to slap it on over and over again. There's so much
yeah,
waste. So much waste.
yeah. There's just and it's just and it's
He's like
exactly.
just like trying to slap it on. The teddy
Yeah,
bear's just mixed in at that point. I
it's
will
yeah,
sacrifice the barter if I have to. I feel
yeah,
bad.
yeah. It's
We'll
still
get it back.
it's still leaking a little. It's still leaking, but
It's a little bit
you
better.
feel like yeah, but like Hot Pot and Gloomy are like, I don't think that's how you're supposed to do that, but like they don't have any better ideas. They're basically just trying to keep Greasy and Todd from like
Just
rolling
slamming
out
into
of
shit.
like slamming into shit,
Yep.
what have
I
you.
want you to know that when I go, or if should I survive and get to go down there, and I see a hole with the teddy bear in the middle of it
Just an
poking
arm
out,
and a head
covered.
sticking out. We can get it
Right.
out eventually.
Well, no,
Someday.
no, I like that. That is definitely character. Okay.
Castiel, let me get a cool roll from actually let me get a hard roll from you this time. Because yes, you're doing this under fire, but right now the storm is really kicking up, and you've got to you have to use all your muscles to try to bring this in. You are not sunk yet, but boy, if you can't get full control over this thing, you might be. It is really you're for whatever reason you are really starboard side heavy. um,
Leaning so much.
Right on. Um, let's see. And I think
I'd like to summon my good friend the Kraken to help us. I kid.
actually, let me give me a sharp roll. Me-
Oh.
Ooh, nice. Let me, as you were trying to pull yourself back to the ship, you look out and you see that you guys are not the only ship stuck in this thing. And as bad as you have it right now, you actually have it better than the other ship that you see. See another ship, and it's just like they're not just caught in the storm. You see tentacles thrashing about, just taking this ship down. You know, help the storm end between the storm and the mutant squid. That ship is going fucking down. It, like it's got like its tentacles wrapped around the mainmast and just snaps it in half.
Even though I know there's no chance of it in the wind and the sea, as I crest and take my breath, I go, "Yeah, the squid is here!"
But yeah, there's just too much chaos going on around here. So let's get some more rolls. Uh, first of all, let's get a roll from Castiel.
Right. At this point, it's
Right?
the driver we need the most.
Yeah, Castiel, it's make or break, buddy.
We're doing hard still.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hard roll.
Oh no.
So this is the point where the ship goes completely on its side and starts flooding. Um, Lemmy, you watch your ship go on its side and start sinking.
All right. Just so I can make sure of this, when this happens,
hmm
does the ship tilt away from the way that we had fallen off and are technically roped on? Because that would have yanked us forward.
No, it actually, because it's listing that it falls the same direction as you guys
Yeah.
are at. As a matter of fact, I would like to get a cool roll from
Oh,
Lemmy and Starlight to see if you can avoid getting hit by the rigging or the mainmast.
Oh, I got fucking hit.
Oh,
I got
well, the good news is Jay Zool fucking rolled a cool crit, so maybe she helped get out of the way of some of that.
you. Brought it up to like a 7, maybe?
well, Jay Zeus is actually rolling her roll to see if she can if she's able to
I'm
not get
holding on.
sunk with the ship.
Yeah, she didn't get thrown over.
Yeah. So
So I'm in the water, bitch.
so this is essentially you not letting the ship take you down with it. Castiel, I will also need a roll from you to see if you can keep from getting sunk with the ship. And let's.
Huh.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh. Oh my gosh. We're gonna die.
and, and let's see.
Yeah, isn't your special
Yacht.
power to like reappear at your lair?
Like, you all are gonna die.
Yacht.
Damn
Um,
it.
the you feel the ship go on its
Mhm.
side and start sinking, and like water just starts rushing in. Um,
Okay.
from from various whatevers and whatnot, and from the stairway area that leads below deck.
Okay.
So
Can I
where's your
totally
move here?
uh just I want to swim out. Like once the water fills in enough that it's not rushing in, he's just gonna
Hmm.
swim out. I was gonna kind of like use the argument because I have to swim down to my den and up every time I want to leave and go. So like I kind of have skill with that.
You're a good
I'm
swimmer.
He is a good
still going.
swimmer, but I know
I'm
I still need
still
to
gonna
roll.
need a roll. Yep.
You should have 5 weird. What the? God damn, son. Uh, so what roll? What do I need?
I've raised
It's
every
if
skater.
for swimming, I'm gonna need a right here.
Say that again. They cut out.
Hard.
Hard. Okay. Can I get a bonus to it?
Uh, honestly, I think this is normal. You're used to swimming into your den
Okay.
when maybe even when it's storming, but not when you're trying to avoid being crushed by a ship that is sinking with you in it. Ooh.
Yeah, we are all rolling really low except frickin' Jesus up there, who's just cooling it all.
Well,
And she
we're
looks
at that
amazing while
point
she's doing
where
it.
that Lemmy just opened his mind to the weird, thing is fucking safe as he's drowning.
So let's see. If I need to go here, that's what I need to do because I need open Miranda's psychic mail. Whoa, I had it. There it is.
Did the mast hit Starlight?
So
Yes, it did.
Okay.
Starlight, you were making good progress, and you're thinking, "Yes, I'm going to make it." And then the ship falls over, and the mast. You try to get out of the way, but it clips you across the back and shoulders, like kind of diagonal, as you're trying to
Mhm.
swim away from it. Maybe not even the mast itself, just part of the rigging, like one of the and whatnot. Maybe one of like the
Like a big ass pulley or something.
yeah, something like that. You feel it knock the air out of you, and your world goes black.
I just want to get to
Um,
Starlight or not. Yeah,
and
Starlight. Sure.
you, for you, Lemmy, you're opening your brain to the weird. Uh, and you clearly got a hit on that. Um, ask you something on a hit. I get to tell you something new and interesting about the current situation.
you're all about to die.
um, the here's something interesting about this storm. It's not of nature's making. It's a little bit more of the maelstrom's making in some way.
The mother's hurting me?
Mm-hmm.
Mother, no.
No.
She's my
No,
heartbeat.
no, not
But
figurative.
Hmm.
that's the last thing that's the last thing you get before let's see where I need your hard roll for trying to I need a hard roll on swimming from you. Yeah, this is like the last thing. Like you see your ship go down, you get hit with part of the rigging, and as you're like opening your brain and realize this isn't a natural storm at all. Like your world goes black as you go under the waves, and maybe the last person that you see still above the waves is
The
Jesus.
fucking battle
is
babe that just
Jesus.
joined us.
Is Jesus. Um, and for Jesus, I'm gonna need a hard roll here as well.
Well,
You're
fail.
able to Jesus is able to stay above water for the time being. However, realizes that still lashed to the boat that is sinking, and so is everybody else,
I'm not.
except for Yacht.
I was holding on to the wheel, so that was my
Yeah,
endurance until I let go of it and fell overboard. So
yeah,
I'm free falling through the water.
yeah.
Catherine goes
Castiel's
down
not
with the ship.
lashed to the ship, but he's not above surface either.
Holy crap! That's the lowest I've rolled on cool all night.
Uh, so
Okay. Can I have one more roll?
That's good enough to
not at
keep a
this
hold of
point.
finger toes and pulling.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
But
you're gonna
underwater.
be
I
able
don't.
to say, Jesus has a round to try to figure out, like, because this thing's gonna pull Jesus down with it, but it's also gonna pull everybody else down. You're gonna need to be able to at least free yourself. Uh,
well, I have a knife. Well, technically it's a machete, but either way,
right.
I have a machete, and I also have finger toes rope in hand as well. So that means I should at least be able to cut both hers in time, and I would wrap hers around my wrist before I cut it, so I can still keep
So this is going to sounds like a bit of a complex test here.
hard
Um,
plus cool.
yeah, let's do that. Because you're doing something on fire, but it's difficult. Oh, shit.
Yeah, baby, look at that.
um, yeah, maybe as
I
like,
catch the rope as it starts sliding through.
well, it's more like you failed the swim check, so the cool roll doesn't make a lot of difference.
I thought the
Uh,
swim check was the partial success of.
You look great while you drowned.
the hard roll, which you rolled a 4 on, is a swim
Okay, the
check.
hard roll was.
Yes.
I thought I was still technically on board the ship because I hadn't fallen off.
Well, the ship
I
went
realized that
sideways
there's a
and
thing.
is yeah. You can't stand on a sideways deck.
No, but I don't know. I'm not gonna fight.
Yeah. the the deck is sideways and wet. It's like literally vertical to gravity.
I got a hold of the handrail and I'm pulling it.
Yeah.
But no, that's fine. I failed to swim because I found.
Well, the sail.
Girl, we all failed to swim.
Yeah. Everybody
Yeah.
kind of at this point failed to swim,
I just
And
and
need
I
one
I'm
more
think,
action.
okay because if I come back, I get weirder.
and I think that what happens here is there is uh, a bit of like maybe you guys like your own like last thoughts of like before you go under and whatnot. And I think we'll start with probably let's start with we'll start with Castiel. Castiel, you wake somewhere not familiar. It's a rather large room, uh, and it looks um, it looks like it must have once been used as some sort of living space, but has been altered. Uh, there is a like you're looking around, like you don't see anyone else, just this large room. It's got like a few like it's got like a couch and like a stack of pillows in the corner, and maybe there's a table with a table with a few things on, with some stuff on it, um, like maybe some like plate, some silverware of some sort, some eatingware, utensils, and maybe a couple of glasses or mugs or something.
Okay, so Cass first wakes up, he's gonna like check himself, trying to figure out: am I dead? Am I alive? Do I have a heartbeat?
Yeah, you appear to have a heartbeat.
Okay,
You
then
appear to need to breathe.
okay. So I didn't die and go to Shangri-La or something. I don't know. So then I need to evaluate. Is there a door? Because there's no
Yeah,
people. I'm
yeah.
gonna
Is
take all the things on the table, and I'm just gonna grab it up and take it. Fuck it. Then I'm gonna go to the door.
all right. So um, it's a rather large round room, and and it's decorated well, and there's carpeting on it. You get to the door, and the door appears to be and you try the handle, and the door appears to be locked.
Fuck it. Knock on the door.
You don't get a response. You do hear what sounds like movement on the other side, but you can't tell what kind.
The dragon.
Okay. So the handle of this door and the lock part, is it like an old-fashioned thing, or is it like a modern door, or what type of door? Because maybe I can take the little knife and like open the lock it, like pick the lock. I don't know.
It
Or-
looks like at one time there was, at first glance, like when you saw it from across the room, it looked like it was just a regular door, but now that you're up close, it was just painted to look that way. It's actually a metal door, and it's obviously replaced whatever door used to be here. You can tell because there are holes where you imagine the original hinges must have sat. And while I leave you with that conundrum, I'm going to pop over to Eot. So Eot, you wake up and what it's a room that feels very similar to the kinds of rooms in your den in your den, in that it's a contained room with it's got furnishing in it. There's a bed, although it clearly has seen better days. And it's dark here. There's very little ambient lighting for either of you. There's some candles here and there. Um, you know, maybe but that's about it. And there's a bed, there's obviously it smells and feels damp to some extent. Um,
Gross. He's gonna start throwing everything he can into a corner. The pillows, the bedding,
there's
everything.
like a nightstand,
It's all getting piled up. It's like a temper
even
tantrum almost.
even the candles.
Uh, yeah, no. He once he gets everything piled up, he's gonna go into the opposite corner, like to the side of the where he can see there's a door, and then
Mhm.
just blow out the candle and just wait, staring into the darkness. He's ready for some wolves.
Nice.
Feel bad for whoever opens that door.
Let me pop. You wake up in a strange and unfamiliar place. This room has a tiled floor, and it has a tiled floor, and it looks like at some point it must have been some sort of gathering place for people to eat. You find yourself waking up on top of laying on a long table, and you're hungry.
Is there food on this table?
Yeah, you.
There is no food on this table. There is some eating utensils, maybe a couple of plates and forks, and a bowl or two, some drinking glasses or whatever scattered here and there. You see a few
Well,
more table. You see like a couple more tables in here. There's a couple of
I
doors.
get up and look around.
All right.
Is there? I go to the door. Is the door locked as well?
There are two doors and one open archway that leads into a different part of, someplace else.
Let's go through the archway.
You go into the archway and look around, and on the other side of the archway, there's like a small hallway type area that, kind of like, it kind of goes pink and then like that, and then cuts to the side and then opens up again. When you open up and look into the the room on the other side of the short hallway, you see what looks like it must have been a grand kitchen in the days of old. There appear to
Mm.
be like stoves that have obviously seen a great deal of disrepair. What once must have been the storage units for food and what have you. There's a few tables with, maybe a couple of things, cooking utensils lying around and what have you. Um, there's a there's a couple of push carts here. Um, you know, maybe a couple of maybe like an old bus tub laying up in the corner, a sink that's, you know, and to be honest, some of the metal equipment around here shows a certain amount of age and humidity and dampness. There's a bit of rust on everything, um, to at least some degree or another. Some things are rusted really well through, some partially, some, about 50-50, et cetera, et cetera. But that's kind of what you see in here.
Okay. Well, if there's nothing that awesome, I go to
Go to where?
the door that was on the left hand.
On the other side?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's the way the room breaks out, the main room that you woke up in breaks out is a fairly large room. There's the archway, and then, sort of as you're facing the archway that goes into the kitchen area, there would be a door to the right, kind of a ways, following the wall along to the right. And then maybe all the way, behind you and all the way on the other side of the room is another door.
So
So basically,
yeah,
if you're coming back from the kitchen area, there's a door all the way to the left and one all the way.
the door all the way to the left.
Okay. Um, you you open this door, and it appears to be, you looking inside. It appears to be just basically a closet of some sort. There's like an old broom. There looks like a a yellow plastic mop bucket, um, uh, a
Oh,
mop cart thing. Did we lose somebody?
yeah, we lost Chris, I think. Let me check. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you back?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Sure.
So
Um,
you were describing the room, and you said it was
so,
basically a broom closet.
yeah, and there's like a, yellow mop bucket, rolling mop bucket. The mop
Yeah,
is missing for whatever reason. You know,
that's fine.
there's what looks like there might have been a hot water heater in here, but it's rusted out. Uh,
Mm.
Pretty much useless at this point. Uh,
Okay. So the other door then.
all right. I think going to the other door. there you find that it has been replaced. It's likely it looked like a regular door from afar, but it's been simply painted to look that way. It's actually made of metal, and it
Well, we're
appears
on
to
a
be
ship, I
locked.
assume. So yeah. Did I just lose you again?
No,
No,
I hear you.
no,
Okay.
it appears to be locked.
Oh well, I don't really have the skills to lock a door. I don't think.
And while I leave you with that, I'm going
Hmm.
to go over to Starlight. Um,
Yes.
so
If I
Starlight,
die.
you wake up in a you wake up in a room that appears to be a foyer area of some sort. There's like a desk, the remnants of what must have once been a computer. There's a number of chairs and couches in here. Maybe like a little table or whatever, what have you. There's what looks like it must have been a television at one point up in a corner, and there is what must have been the front of this room. Um, eh, there's an entire side that's been completely like walled over.
Okay. Are there any doors?
Um, Actually, there's a door behind the desk, the door behind the counter with the desk in it. There is a couple of hallways leading in a couple of directions, and there is also other people in the room here with you.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
Hot Pot and Gloomy and Greasy and Todd
Ha,
are
you're an
all in the room
NPC.
with you.
Oh, good
They're
God. Oh, that's good.
they're
Okay.
they're all like none of them are awake yet. They're all like
Okay.
strung out over couches and stuff.
Okay.
And it doesn't look
Um,
like all the couches that are in here were meant to be here. It looks like some of them may have been dragged here from somewhere else.
okay. So I'm gonna wake up Todd and be
And he
like,
wakes up.
"Hey,
He
are you
he kind of
okay?"
sits up and he looks around. He's like, "Whoa, where are we, man?"
I don't
Like
know, man.
he's
I
like,
don't know.
Last thing I remember, there was a lot of."
Yeah, man, you almost died. We all. I'm surprised we're not dead. Come with me. We're gonna walk around
All right,
and we're gonna go down the hallway. How
all
far
right.
can I go down the hallway?
As you're going down the hallway, there's a couple of them. There's a one that leads to the there's one that leads to the left, one that leads to the right, and there's one that leads straight. But the one that leads straight, there appears to be a staircase next to it,
Okay.
made
Let's
of
go.
wood and marble, made of like wood and like marble
Okay.
or
So
wood
let's
tile, I
go.
guess.
Does the staircase go up or down?
It goes up.
Okay. We're gonna go to the staircase and go up.
Okay. Yeah. Gonna grab a candle before you take off.
Is it dark?
Yeah, it's dark. There's
Yeah.
candles there's a few candles everywhere set around. But that's the only lighting there seems to be.
Yeah. I'll grab a
Sure.
candle. I'll hand a candle to Todd and I'll be like, don't lose that. Don't let it go out.
Yeah, Todd does that thing where he's like keeping his hand like over the
Around the
Completely
flame,
flame.
negating the
around the
light.
flame. He's just he's just like trying to keep it from going out.
Poor
Yeah.
Todd. All right.
Um, yeah. So you go upstairs and looking down the hallway, it's long and it's dark. Actually, there's a couple of different hallways here as well, going left and right.
Okay. I don't
want to split up. I need Todd to be around.
Mhm.
So let's start to the left.
Okay. As you're kind of walking down the hallway, you see door after door, one on either, like, exactly parallel to each other. As you go down there'll be one on your right, one on your left at the same time, and they have numbers on them.
As we're walking, oh, I
Well,
don't
not
know,
all of them.
man.
Some of them do. Some of them are clearly missing numbers.
Okay. Are they can I tell if they're dusty? Have they been opened recently? Are there any like maybe some fresh scratches that have scratched some paint off the floor when they opened? I mean, is there any way to tell that any of these doors have been recently opened without opening them myself?
As you go down the hallway, hmm, it appears that one or two of them. It appears that a few here and there may have been opened at some point. Hard to tell how recently, though,
Yeah.
because you're not entirely certain. For one thing, you don't even know where you're at the moment, and
Right.
where outside even is. So,
Right. Um so at the end of what's at the end of this hallway?
it appears to be like you actually come to an intersection where where it kind of like it's a four-way
Mhm.
intersection going, all four different ways, including the way you came.
Yeah. Okay. Uh fuck. Um Damn it. I'm trying to think of any moves that I could do cuz I'd like to tell me if I can. I'd like to open my brain and try and get a feel for where the rest of my party would be and
Well,
also where we might be.
you can open your brain to the psychic maelstrom. There's no guarantee what it's actually going to tell you, but it could tell you something
Okay,
that you
I
didn't
would
know
like to
before.
I'd like to do that.
Okay.
Uh okay.
See, on a 7 and 9.
Cuz my concern is I start opening doors and then I start engaging with people I don't want to engage with.
You get the impression that, mm, pardon, give me a second here, I'm
You're
adjusting.
fine.
You get the impression that these surroundings, with the decorations as old as they are and with what you're seeing, this is not some place that is known about by the general populace. This is some place that, and if you're here, you get you get the impression that if you're here, there's that something had to have happened for you to have been here, because as far as you know, you drown. And wherever
Right.
you're at, it's nowhere that you've heard about in any tales from any of your clients or customers or passersbys.
I know where we're at.
The fire
Stop.
strike.
No. Are
No,
we? No.
no, it's the Exxon
Okay.
Valdez.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Um okay. So I'm at a four-way stop, including the way I came.
hmm
Ooh, even better, it's the Love Boat.
Ugh,
The
let me
love ship.
think. What do I see down these halls before going anywhere? What do I see?
You can't see very far in any direction, but what you can see looks like more of the same of what you've already seen.
Okay, I want to turn around and go back the way we came and then go down the hallway that was to the right.
All right. You see more of the same.
Okay.
It
Thanks.
doors and you come to yet another four-way intersection.
Okay. Ugh, man, it's just doors on doors on doors, like everywhere.
Mhm. Always.
Okay. So
You do come across what appears to be the remnants of an old broken down snack vending machine.
are there snacks in there?
No.
You don't want those.
I mean, Todd might. I don't know.
Well, he said it was broken down, so I assume it had already been smashed.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
You might find some Black Death cigarettes in there.
Maybe. Can't go wrong with those. I would like to
Well,
jiggle the handles. I think I'd like to. It's the second game this week where I'm like, I'd like to jiggle the handles.
You're
So
finding these doors are locked.
great. Okay. I would like to use my hold for bone feel and attempt to unlock one of these doors. If I can't unlock it, I would like to disassemble the lock to be able to get inside.
All right.
And he got stamina.
So
Smarter.
you manage to get into the door. What you find on the inside of this room, looking around, is it appears to be a room there's a bed there. It's a really musty smell in here. It's carpeted. There's like a nightstand, what appears to have once been a TV and a TV stand. There appears to be like a darkened doorway off to one side in this small room.
Do I see any people? Is there any light?
You don't see any people, and you don't see any light in here. The only light is from the candle that you've got.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and shut that door and go back into the hallway. And I'm gonna start gently knocking on the doors to see if anybody answers. Because I'm assuming that they're all locked. So I probably will be able to find my party if
What was
I
your
can hear their
initial
voices.
What was your initial bone feel roll at the beginning
It,
of the session? What did
it
you
was
roll?
9. I only held 1.
Okay. All right.
Which I wish that I had held on to it now, but that's okay. It was kind of a shot in the dark.
Literally.
All right. For future reference, you
Mm-hmm.
could have literally used bone feel at any time to be like, I'm on the other side of that door, that locked
Oh,
door.
fuck! That's right. You can be there at any time with that explanation. Damn it. Well, for future reference, I will remember that.
Yep.
But
I was
that's
actually
okay.
kind of waiting on you to do that. I'm like, it is her
Damn it!
special ability. Like,
I'm
um,
such a doofus. I didn't realize that I could just plop into existence there. Ah, stupid. Okay.
it's all right. There's still ways you guys can kind of figure out what you're doing, what's going on here.
Right. I have one more idea if I can find
Okay.
anybody that I know. So, I'm going to just start gently knocking on doors to see if anyone answers.
Mm, how many doors are you going to knock on?
As many as I can because I've got to find these people. Surely they're there if I'm here. And we got fucking Hot Pot and the other one. So, I mean, all of my people should be here.
Um, let me. Basically, are you just going to stay on this floor, or are you going to or are you going to stay on this floor, or are you going to go to other floors?
I'll go to every floor I have to go to. Like,
Okay, where are you going to start?
I'm relentless. We'll start on the hallway I'm at, and then we'll go back down to the left, I guess, and
All
then
right.
um I went up the set of stairs, didn't I?
Yep.
So
maybe I'll also go back downstairs because were there doors downstairs as well?
Yes, there were 3
Okay.
hallways downstairs as well.
Okay. So I'll check these doors, and then if there's nothing there, I will go downstairs to where we started and then start there or do that there as well.
Well, you wander around knocking on doors on the floor you're on, and it takes you a while to get through the entire floor. Um, there are a few times you hear something move, but you don't get any human response. And there are a few times you hear something moving in the hallway back off in the distance where you're outside of the light of your candle, um, somewhere, but you again don't get a human response.
Okay.
When you go back downstairs, I'm going to let's see. What is
I'm trying to think of a way that if I were to knock on Eot's door, he would respond in some way. But I have no fucking idea how.
Yeah, without
okay.
being like, it's me every single time, which is announcing your presence to the world.
Yeah, I don't want to do that yet.
After you go down one entire hallway,
Mhm.
like on this bottom floor, and you come to a place where, unlike the floor above, where all you ran into was hallways and intersections and these uniform doors along the way, you're starting to get the layout of what's what here. You come across a door that looks like it's to a much bigger room. In fact, it's not even set. The doors along like the area you come to, there are doors that are evenly set, but there are about 3 of them, and they are sort of and they look to be larger rooms.
Okay. I'd like to try to enter that room if I can.
There are 3 of them.
Oh shit, 3 of them. Okay. Oh. Let's do the one right in front of me. Is it like a left, right, and center situation?
No, it's more like the back, like maybe you're going along one of the side hallways. Like you do reach like where you would have reached the 4-way intersection upstairs, you reach basically a 90-degree turn, and along the wall of the on one side there are no doors, but on the other side, there are 3 doors set, in large distances as you walk down, and you find
Okay.
another 90-degree angle that cuts back the way you went with another
Okay.
hallway similar to the one that you came down the other side. But
Okay.
this is the first place where you see something that's not uniform.
Right. Okay. So I want to try and open the first door. Or give it a. Yeah, I want to try and open it first.
Alrighty. It appears to be locked.
Okay. I would like to use fucking thieves to see if Todd has anything in his pockets that may help me pick a lock. Is there a keyhole?
uh, Go ahead and roll that fucking thieves roll.
Oh, fucking Todd. Why did I wake you
Todd,
up?
Todd's just like, all I have is, and he points at and he looks at the candle. He's still holding his hand in front of it. He's just like, that's all I've got. I mean, yeah,
Okay.
you were in a
To
storm.
be fair,
Wasn't exactly
yeah,
able to. He wasn't exactly able to keep much in his pockets.
I know. I know.
but
So I'd
still,
like to.
fucking Todd.
Mhm. Fucking
But I do,
Todd.
but I do want to get a sharp roll from Castiel. Partial success, right? So You think you hear something from, pardon?
Does he hear someone say fucking Todd?
You hear something. You don't know what it is. But seems to be coming from the other side of the door somewhere. It's completely muffled.
Okay.
But it's consistent enough where it's like that's not just a random something. That's something is going on.
All right. So I'm gonna holler through the door and hope that they can hear me. And if they're a bad person, they'll at least open the door. If they're a good person, then maybe I know them. So I'm gonna holler, "Hey, who's over there?"
All right. There is a there is a moment where let me see. Go ahead and give me a sharp roll there, Starlight. And we'll give Todd one as well, just to be. Wow.
We both heard it.
You both hear a voice, and it's not coming from the door you're at. It's coming from the door. It's coming from the door down the way.
Okay, we're gonna go to that door, and we're gonna be like, "Hey, who's there?"
You can't hear each other clearly through the door, but you can recognize. But Castiel, it sounds a lot like Starlight's voice.
Hey, pick the lock. You're the mechanical person. Do it. The door's locked. Hey,
Star,
banging on the door, making a lot of
Star,
noise.
yep. Starlight, whoever's on the other side is banging on the door, and the voice sounds quite familiar.
Okay, okay. I. Okay, let's see. Oh, can I can I roll things speak about the door? But I don't know if it's gonna help me. uh, let's see. What's wrong with this, and how might I fix
I'll rule that a apply, but that is a miss.
it? How can I pick this lock with nothing?
The
What do
biggest of
I do,
yikes.
GM?
Well, there's maybe while we leave you with that conundrum really quickly here, we're gonna go over to Lemmy Pop. Lemmy, you're kind of doing trying to figure this thing out, and while you're kind of standing there staring at the door or whatever, the door opens, and there is somebody on the other side of it. Actually, there's a couple of somebodies. More
Hello,
than a couple.
Jesus. How
Or
are
there's a
you?
couple. Actually, Je- Jesus is not among them. It's actually Harpoon Jack and some of his crew. And he's
Oh,
like,
good.
he's like, oh, he's like, you're awake. And you kind of see, he's like, and he goes, don't worry, don't worry. Last time we saw each other, things were. And goes, but you're here by the blessings of the. You're here by the blessings
Don't you
of the
say seaweed.
Kraken.
Okay.
Nope.
You're here by the blessing of the great seaweed in the sky.
Yeah.
And I'm
You are
out.
here. It's like you're here by the blessings of the great Kraken.
Ruh-roh.
He goes, that makes you a guest here. And he goes, hey, he's like, let's see. He says, now that you're awake, maybe some of the others are too. And I think,
Probably.
and I think, uh, this is probably about the point where um, I think this is where we catch up with Jesus. Um, Jesus, when we catch up with Jesus, uh, you probably woke up in a hallway specifically. Um, and it was kind of one of those deals where, like, you woke up in a hallway and heard somebody or something running off. And after a few, like, as you're kind of waking up, there's like, as you wake up, there's a moment where you hear something, and there's maybe like a couple of candles in this hallway, just here and there,
Hmm.
like maybe sitting on the typical hallway furniture you find.
Hmm. I got lost.
But yeah, Jesus, you hear something coming you
Oh, that's what it
coming from
was.
somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah, you hear something coming from somewhere nearby you. You're in a hallway. There's a couple of candles here and there. The first thing you heard was something like somebody was moving away
Hmm. Well, I guess I will prepared for that.
or something.
And
But you hear something else right after that coming from somewhere on the other direction. It almost
hmm,
sounded like something being thrown.
I'm gonna head towards the sound of something being thrown.
As you kind of like turn around, you realize that, like, looking up back and forth, you see the same sort of like doors that, like, Starlight was seeing, directly parallel to each other on either side of the hall. You notice that one of them, just you look over just in time to see what looks like there was a light behind, coming from behind the seams here and there, but it just goes out.
Hmm.
Like, you look at it just as it goes out.
No. Well, uh, huh. Do I have my stuff?
No, all you
Okay,
have
well,
is candles and whatever debris you can find in the hallway.
I throw candles at it.
Candles on it. Nice.
I throw a candle at it. There you go.
The candle
And then
hits
head
the
towards it.
door, and the candle hits the door and ricochets off onto the floor.
Does it go out?
Nah,
Okay, I go
but the
step on it
carpeted,
to put it out.
but it's a little bit dimmer in here now.
Okay, I attempt to open the door.
Yacht, you hear, something like you blow out the light and wait for something to happen, and you have just thrown your last shit into the corner, and and like you hear something go thump on the door, just not a heavy thump, just sort of a light thump, and then you see, like, the illumination slightly increase in front of your door briefly for a second and then decrease again, like there's the ambient light coming through from under the door.
Oh yeah, he moves into a stance like to the side, near the corner to the side of the door,
All
opposite from where he
right.
piled everything up, and he is just ready. Whoever put him in here is about to get captured themselves.
All right. um cool.
Sorry if you hear
And we're
cats
gonna cut
fighting.
and yeah, and I think that's probably a good place to leave off for tonight. with you guys in the
Terrible.
middle, with you guys in the middle of a mystery. You know, I can't just leave off square with everything squared away because
I know.
I gotta give you guys a reason to come back and figure out what the fuck is going on.
I know.
So let's do the end of session stuff here. Let's start with Starlight. Who do you think knows Starlight better by the end of this? Who
Oh
who
man,
who who actually knows
Casual.
Starlight better?
Lemmy, because he let me mess with his guitar.
There you go.
Aw. Thank you.
So let me you get an HX with. Uh,
I don't add an HX, do I? Or he does? Not me.
no, he does.
Okay.
Eot. Who would you say knows Eot better at the end of this
Oh,
craziness?
probably Lemmy again, because while he has always been
Aw.
wary and distrusting, I think this might have been the first time that he has shown like true like fear in front of uh Lemmy. You know, the whole like
Right?
scampering away, the lightning crack as he's yelling at me.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you, Eot. That was the one I needed to raise again.
Castiel. Who do you think knows Castiel better at the end of this?
I don't know. I just dropped
Lemmy.
the boat.
But you can always say Jesus, because technically,
Huh?
Yeah, that's true.
she knows you're a bad pilot. So
If nothing else, it is the first time you've interacted with Jesus.
Yeah.
Hey, she's a cool chick.
Yeah. I'm gonna lean that way.
All right.
All right.
Jesus gets a HX with Castiel. Lemmy. Who knows Lemmy better by a little bit better by the end of this?
I'm gonna go with Eot.
Yacht. All right. Give yourself an HX yacht with Lemmy Pops Stardust. And who would you say knows Jesus best after today?
I
Who
go
learned it the
with
most?
Finger Toes, because
Yeah,
Finger
because they
Toes
were
now knows that Jay has got her back.
true. There you go. So Starlight, you can
Like, she
add
was
an
not worried about Lemmy.
No.
yeah.
Lemmy's got it.
she just didn't want Lemmy's leash.
So right. So Starlight, add yourself a HX with Jesus.
Okay.
And let's go ahead and get started on some sign off. And we will start with. Let's start with Psychopathic. Let's start with Castiel.
Okay. Scott, I play Castiel. And apparently I suck at driving a boat. But me as a player thinks this was supposed to happen. So it
Maybe.
doesn't matter what I rolled.
No, not really.
Nope, you could have made it out. One good roll.
No, I don't think so. Yeah. Now I'm in a room with the door, and I'm not a thief, and I got to get out of that mentality of thinking like a thief. I got too many characters that play that way. Speaking of which, I do play several other characters in different things. So tomorrow we got Cosmos, where I play Fagara and Anduin. Fagara is off doing something, and whenever she gets back to the Silver Spire, she will, or he will get. Why do I keep calling her a she? What is wrong with me?
It's all you, bud.
He will get back to the Spire and see the cool forest. And Anduin has completely messed up. So the whole group of these like 37,000 people now hate Anduin. Yeah. So that'll be fun. Yeah. So he's like the Stormwind Anduin. He always fucks up.
Anduin, enemy of the Davigars.
Yeah. Monday we got where I played Xander on the Fire Strike, who was excited because now the next day he'll get access to the library, limited access, whatever that means. I'm gonna get all my information I need.
Yeah, you
Hopefully.
hear that, God?
Yeah.
You need some information.
I'm gonna get all the
All
information
of
I
it.
need. I'm good at researching. Xander's awesome. Okay, then Tuesday, what do we got? I can never say this right. Numenera.
You got it.
I got it right. Okay, so in that game, I don't remember the name of my character off the top of my head, but we'll find out next time we play. I don't know. He punches people, has no armor. Whatever. Okay, then on Wednesday we got Hinch to Minch where I play Knight. Where, oh my gosh, that dude was too powerful and kicked the crap out of everybody. Or absorbed everybody. Whatever. Knight fought it. Well, I don't know if Knight actually did it. Oh, he shot it in the face with a shotgun. He tried. But it absorbed the shotgun. So he doesn't have a shotgun anymore. Dang. Anyways, next game. Okay, Thursday. We got Fast Cars, Clear Gems, where I play Mikey, who is the innocent bystander while everybody is at each other's throats, and I got my information and I'm doing fun with it, while the others fight each other. Yay!
Sorry.
Okay. Then Friday we got Battle of the Menagerie, where Chess is the captain, and we went up to a space station thingy. Yeah, a space station, and we almost all died trying to save this new party member. We all almost died.
You made it through.
Yeah. My little explosion thing didn't work so well. I tried to do that, but it more or less made the little android dude angry, which might have helped. Okay, and then we got, we're back to Saturday. Oh, my Atlantis. That's everything now.
Oh my land.
Awesome. Let's go with Sassy.
What up? Sassy McNasty here. No, what up? Yeah, I played Eot. Oh, dear God, this poor child. Also, poor introduction to the next to uh Jay. If Jay opens that door, Jay can open that door. That'll be bad. But yeah, beyond that, you can catch me. What is today? Tomorrow for Tales in the Cosmos is a myriad of characters within, without, and all around the Silver Spire, doing all sorts of tasks from the mundane to the hunting to all the sorts of fun stuff you can do. And then Mondays you can catch me as Oliver Byrne, the bear who is just a bear, who is currently diagnosing a poison that was given to him in top secret to only him and Bailey, Captain Bailey, Twinkle Toes. Twinkle Bailey, that's the word. That's who it was. And he's totally
I
gonna
like
learn
it.
the formula to remake that because that's some good shit. Uh, and then beyond that, you can also catch me in the Tuesday game for Numenera as forgot his name, but the Seeker who exists in two places at once. And also on Wednesdays in Hinch to Minch is Shadowhound, the assassin for hire who hunts people with superpowers, and he's gotten his ass kicked twice now in a row, and he's really pissed off and he hates it, and everything's just angering him, and he's like a puppy with his tail tucked between his legs. Thursdays, every other Thursday, because I don't know if I'm not gonna do both. I'm gonna try to swing by and start up in smart, fast cars, smooth gyms. We'll see. I gotta see if I can make it home in time consistently because I have an in-person game. But then also on Fridays for Lancer, I'm one of the Yakshas, a mech pilot, and it's so cool. We're in mechs, y'all. We're in mechs. Mech warrior. And then that wraps around the Saturday. And really quick side note, I did level up this session, so if you could slip me an extra character sheet so I can have someone who can interact with the party on more of a basis of yeah and that would be awesome. And you can fit them in whenever. It's no rush. And that's me.
Just remember, make it a different playbook than what our yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna go with Brainer.
Oh, awesome. Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. I love weird.
Who doesn't?
I love weird too, and if I technically died, my weird is 6 now.
You did not technically die.
That's why I asked.
He tried.
Always taking away my fun. First my robot dragon head, now this.
You always pick the fun that you know you can't have.
Hey,
Um,
it just proves that the gods hate me because they're constantly taking away the stuff I like.
And I believe that brings us around to Amy Gutton.
Yeah. Hello,
Yeah.
I'm Amy Gedden, and tonight I played Starlight, who forgot that she was much more clever than she is. So that's disappointing, but that's fine. We will get Castiel out of this room, and we will find the rest of our party and see what's going on, and maybe everything's going to be okay. Also, I think that Jesus is gonna die because Yacht's gonna fucking murder her when she comes through that door.
He is a small gang.
He is his own small gang. So I hope she survives because I think she's fun to play with.
Oh, she will.
Yeah. Tomorrow I will be in Cosmos because I have scheduled the time. I'm gonna be there. I'm so excited.
Just
And
can't
I get to
hide
see.
it.
Yeah. Just I can't wait to see how you guys made things better. How'd you guys make it better? We'll
Oh, dear.
find out. I know.
That was a thing we were
It's gonna
supposed to
be
do?
Yes, I think so. I don't know if we're the heroes or the villains. We're something. Um, and then on Mondays I am in Starfinder as well. I play Vesa Riven. She's a Lashanta envoy, and she's okay. She's dealing with some daddy issues, but that's all right. We're gonna handle that too.
Celebrate.
Oh, we're gonna celebrate those issues. I can't wait. And then I am also currently in Hedge Dimension on Wednesdays. I play Flux. She's like Mr. Fantastic meets uh 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 she's a fucking mutant. She's a cool ass mutant who's stretchy, and she can turn her body into different types of materials based on what she's touching, and also she's like super happy go lucky, and she's fucking adorable. And I don't know why she's in cahoots with a bunch of villains, but she is, and that's just fine. We shall see how this plays out. And by the way, Daniel, computer said that I am allowed to have a pet house in downtown Phoenix.
I love it.
So I know. I'm pretty excited about that. Speaking of, I have yet to be in downtown Phoenix. I don't even know what that place really looks like up close. So we'll see. Maybe I'll poke around and find an address. Just kidding. You can't do that on stream. And that's it. That's it for me right now.
Awesome. And then we've got Commodore David the Gnome Pop Star.
Really? Alright, tonight I played a fairly ineffectual Lemmy Pop Stardust. I did get some weird shit going, but as far as being hard, that's not really his thing. I do love this system, and even though I didn't get to die, so my music became that much weirder, I'm okay with that. And my other game that I play on is Monday nights. Unlike the rest of these folks that literally play in almost everything or everything, I play as... Who do I play? Oh, right now I play as Commodore Zai, aka Captain Zai,
Who do I
aka
play?
King Zai of Planet Patella. And man, 147 episodes. It's a lot.
Wow. Almost 150, y'all. Gotta have a special.
Almost 150. Dance Dance Revolution.
Maybe on the 150th we can celebrate my father.
No, Jester doesn't let anything fun happen that quickly.
Uh, I was
It's
confused
got to
for a moment.
It's got to percolate for a while, so it's truly so it's a
Does it?
truly good big experience.
Oh yeah. Oh
But
totally.
tonight's
Huge
episode
party.
was brought to you by Boards, Booze, and Bitches. It's food worth dying over. And it was also brought to you by Naughty Nina's Porn Emporium. Words are hard. When you want it, then we got it. Come on over to Naughty Nina's. Ding!
Dang.
All right. And then my friend Amy Gedden and my friend Purple Codex, they sell t-shirts at tpublic.com. They're amazing, fantastic, awesome, and epic. They're so epic, in fact. Like, hi, I'm Zaratha, and I'm here to tell you about Purple Codex and Amy Gedden merchandise. It is so epic. But I should warn you, there's no ethics to it. But you should buy it anyway.
Mhm.
Oh my god. All right, there's the other half. And now on to whoever's next.
Which brings it back to me, yours
know.
truly. I am the Justy King Zerat. You can catch me here on Monday nights for the Frick, my favorite group of space terrorists, space pirates, and never do wells. And oh my god, we are very getting close to season 5. Um, you can also catch me here on Friday nights for the Ballad of the Menagerie, where, yes, they did have a very tough fight, but they came through. Some of them even looked pretty goddamn cool doing it. Others less so, but everybody got a chance to utilize their abilities and shine in combat and have fun. So it was great. You can also catch me here every other Saturday night for the Bitter Ends, our Wave World sessions, like you just did. And starting tomorrow, I will be in Cosmos. And if you want to find out what I'm playing, I'm only going to give you the smallest of hints.
It's a
All
dragon.
for none, all for none, and none for all. You want more? Tune in tomorrow. And with that said, let's see. Am I missing anything? I don't think I'm missing anything. Nope. You might occasionally, if you hold your jaw just right, the blue moon is in the sky, the all of the cosmos aligns in just the right way. I happen to actually have some time, which is even rarer than any of um, you know, and I'm well rested enough, which is even rarer. You might actually catch me on my other Twitch channel of Zerat, where I play video games and etc. etc. I was thinking about putting some other content on there, and maybe do some reviews of stuff or something. We'll have to workshop it, think it over, decide if I want to do it or not. But with that said, I believe that is all we've got for you tonight. So let's get out of here with an all praise the Kraken.
All
All
praise
praise the
the
Kraken.
Kraken.